Good evening. Call the Property Management Committee to order. First order, approval of the minutes from the last meeting. Do I hear a motion?
Move to approve.
Got a motion? Need a second?
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion have it. Okay. First item on the agenda, architectural agreement for EMS building renovation. Mr. Mayor.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Started right on time.
Yes, sir.
This is, you all know that we've been given possession of the old Pace building out there on, behind our EMS station on Burton Street. And what I've got here is a request so we can actually get started on the work that we're gonna do as far as renovating that building and changing it and making an administrative structure for our EMS department. So you have on your little iPad more pages than you want to read, I think. But if you'll go to page 6, it describes there what the fee potentially will be. Now this fee that we've used, fee structure we've used is the State of Tennessee standard fee structure for building renovations. So you won't be able to go through all that computation, but if this project comes out costing $250,000, the fee would be $25,747. So it's going to be dependent on the actual cost of the project, and then you'll plug that logarithmic formula you see there in the middle of that page to actually determine what the actual cost will be. So there's going to be a little bit of additional cost. There, we haven't been able to locate any plans, so the architect's going to have to do a little extra work just to sort of draw a floor plan so we can know what's there and how we can really change it and modify it. So that's, I don't know what they said that would cost. I think there's maybe a couple of $1,000s more. But that'll be done on an hourly basis. So the request is for you to agree for us to execute this agreement between owner and architect for the work to be done on the Pace building renovation.
Okay, do we have any questions?
Are you saying that the $25,000 is his fee?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And that's subject to change. If it comes in
Sure.
less or more, we'll have to plug the number.
Well, it's a formula
and we
here.
compute that. This is the best estimate we have right now.
Correct me if I'm wrong, this is the same architect that did the brick remediation project out at the jail.
Yes, sir, and he's done several.
Yeah,
smaller
we're not
projects.
using the one that we had a couple of issues with at the fire stations with some.
No, sir, no.
Okay.
Yeah, this is-
Here's my next question. I know we're remodeling this. Is this building gonna have to be sprinklered? Or can we get a definite before we do the first, so we don't have to go back and revisit that if it is?
I hadn't asked that. I don't see the reason that has to be, but I don't know. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Okay, I just
Okay.
make sure we get with the fire marshal
Yeah,
here
okay,
before we.
We'll be sure we do it. If it's necessary, we'll put it in these plans, okay?
Yeah, I know we had that situation out there in
Only thing I'm
Fosterville.
pretty sure about, we'll have to put a new, we'll have to re-roof the building. That's the only thing we're.
Yeah, but
gutters
this
is
building is in the city limits of Murfreesboro.
Yeah, it's been there for a while.
Sometimes when you remodel and gut, they go and make you required to go in
Maybe
depending on
raise us to a higher
occupancy.
standard of
But well, I guess what I'm saying, we would have to go by Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro's-
Building code.
whatever their
Yes.
code is.
Yeah.
What are
And
we using the facility for?
What are we gonna use for? The little building we're in now, which is a converted house, which has 2 ambulances in it, plus all of our administrative offices. The administrative offices will move over here.
Okay.
And we're gonna have a bit of space left that we can decide a little bit later what we're gonna do with it, what it's gonna be. We talked a little bit about having a wellness center and that. We're not sure we're gonna do that, but we're gonna leave some of it with a little flexibility where we can grow. It can be used for, for meetings, et cetera, as well. So we're gonna have a little more space than we need just for the administrative, but it'll give us some other good options as we sort of work through this.
And we had allocated $250,000 in the budget for this project.
We have it in this year's budget. For
In this year's
$250,000.
budget.
And we're not going to spend our $250,000 this year, and we're not sure that's the right amount of money exactly. But we may spend some of the money. About all we're going to be able to spend this year is some design dollars probably. So, and we'll have to decide how much money we really need after we get the design and take the bids. We probably won't spend our money this year, but we'll carry that forward.
Okay, any more questions?
Do we need just a motion to approve the
We need a
agreement?
roll call.
Okay.
Money's involved, right?
It's a contract, you can do it either way.
Well, we'll
I don't
do
have
it.
a motion yet, though.
Roll.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract as recommended.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second. Let's go ahead and do a roll call. I hate in the future somebody to call me, my hands on something.
Commissioner Bond?
Yes.
Commissioner Coggan?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
Commissioner Gooch?
Yes.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
Commissioner McAdoo?
Yes. Okay. Next on the agenda, judicial building parking garage update.
Okay, we sort of gave you an update at the commission meeting. And with the approval you gave to the amendment of our purchase agreement, it extended our due diligence time until June the 24th. So we got 60 more days from the time they executed the original agreement. So I just want to tell you that it's still moving along, and the owner of the D&J, the Gannett Corporation, has engaged another engineering firm to come out and do their work. And we got a copy of a little email today that said they will start the work next week. So it's moving along.
The tank remediation?
The tank remediation will start next week, so they'll be on site, and our person we've been using for our environmental engineer will be there to sort of monitor what's going on.
And they'll be responsible for those costs?
They're responsible for remediating whatever needs to be done, and they'll have to investigate further to be sure what the scope of that is, but that's going to be required. So I just wanted to tell you that's continuing to move.
Okay, good. Okay,
We don't have to do anything, once that's done, we'll just bring it before the full commission for a vote, or
right.
to
Well, I
purchase
guess
the
we'll bring
property.
it
We've
back.
already executed the,
We have a purchase agreement, but we'll have to,
Come back with
for
through
the full vote.
I
Yeah,
think we may have to.
Go
say
back
we've
through the
done our due
committee.
diligence and get you to put a final okay on the actual purchasing the
yeah.
property.
It's like a preliminary, then we come back.
We've
to
got the
final.
money available to purchase, but I think it might be wise to.
Well, I knew we allocated the money, and I knew we approved the purchase of it. I didn't know if it had to come back here, if it would go back for the, either way.
It
it's
might
fine.
be wise. I think we have time to bring it on back, okay?
We'll have time, and then if we bring it back through the committee structure, then we probably will answer a lot of questions before the full commission meeting.
That's right.
Okay, next on the agenda, report on sale of delinquent property.
You know, we now have in place a procedure that on this delinquent tax property, we can, once it's ripe, timely for us to actually sell that. We only had 3 parcels that was ripe for sale, and we went through the whole process. We advertised and we took the bids. And one of the pieces of property, as we got into this, there is a bit of misunderstanding. We don't really know for sure exactly if the parcel of property that we think we own, we actually own. So we've had to put that back in for legal review.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we
That's
were
not
not
the first
able
time.
to.
That's not the first time, I'm
So
laughing.
we're unable to really advertise that one
Yeah.
for sale, okay? So the other 2, I just want to tell you, we sold them. The first piece of property was on 121 Glendale Drive in Laverne, that Ms. Cook knows all about. That was purchased for $23,100. And we've already transferred this ownership over to these 2 people. The other was some property off of Factory Road, and that was a smaller, less valuable piece of property, and that sold for $5,000. So just want to let you know that the process worked, and there were, I think, 7 parcels of property that we took some months ago, but we can't sell them until a year transpires. I mean,
Yeah.
whoever owned those has a year to redeem those if they were to come forward and pay their taxes. But if they don't, we'll bring another group through sometime, I don't know exactly, in a few more months.
Are you at liberty to say who bought that on Glendale?
Yes, ma'am, Mr. Ed Gall bought that on Glendale.
Oh, no.
But anyway, He says he's going to tear that property down and clean it up, and it's
Yeah.
going to look good, and they'll.
He's the one that owns the rental house and it joins my property.
Okay, I
And-
think I may have, but
and
anyway,
Ed's aunt, two of his aunts live across from Laverne Church of Christ. I know Ed.
but anyway, we're happy someone else has it now. The neighbors will be happy if he
Oh,
comes.
yes.
Cleans it
Oh,
up,
yes.
yeah.
Somebody's
He
paying
goes-
taxes on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And somebody's paying taxes.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're getting taxes off of it.
Any more business to come before property management? I know it was one thing email about next meeting, May, the date. We may not even need to have a meeting, you know.
Next, the 22nd is high school, Laverne High School graduation, and I usually go to it. And it's in Franklin this time, instead of at MTSU. I think most of our seniors are going to Franklin this year because of the,
Yeah, because of renovation out of
Uh-huh,
MTSU.
right. and I was wanting to change it if we could. That whole week is graduation, so it's gonna hit one of us. Any day we move it, that week, any of us, one of us would be caught in it. So, and Vicki said it was just about impossible to get a date after that week.
Well, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Unless something very, very important come up, we may not even have a meeting then.
I don't know of anything that we may need to have one for, but if you could leave it to the discretion of Mr. McAdoo to get with you and pick it to Saturday, if we need one.
If
So
we did
If we
be-
can just leave
yeah.
it open for further review a little bit further down. into-
Because I will leave about 5:15 to go to Franklin.
Right.
to get
If that's the
parking and
case,
stuff.
and if the schedule is full, we may move it up.
If we need to have one.
Yeah, if we need to have one.
So,
Okay, any other business to come before the committee? Not entertain a motion to adjourn.
Tell it.
so moves.
Second?